But you know, you touched on a lot of things that I have written down also, and you brought tears to my wife's eyes already. And guys, this is really what this is all about. 200, 300 people here celebrating another championship season here. So I want to first and foremost thank you guys for coming out here tonight and celebrating with us. I too want to change this up a little bit. I usually get into all my thank yous, but I want to first, and you stole my thunder a little bit, so we clearly didn't rehearse this. I also want to talk about the accomplishments of this team. We started out at 1-2, and at that point, we could have went two ways, right? We could have went in the tank, or we could have done really what we set out to do in June. The kids went on and won 9 straight football games. We had our third 10-win season. We played in 13 high school football games, which is the most of any Parsippany Hills school. And they added that last game, so it took us 2 years to get to the point of playing 13 high school football games. So again, congratulations to these. We had won back-to-back conference championships in 05 and 06, but we shared it in 06. This is the first team to do it alone, back-to-back undefeated conference championship. We hosted the state championship game against West Essex. That had never been done here at the school. And we won our second North 2 Group 3 state championship at our home field. And let me just talk a little bit about that. You know, we had won it in 2014 at MetLife, and it was great. It was our first one, but when you're at MetLife, if you win it, you take a picture and you are out. You know, they get you out because that next team is already warming up. You know, so when we won it at home, and I'm getting the chills just talking about it, you guys got to come on the field. My players got to share it with the people that are most important to them. The other students in the school, mom and dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, you guys got to share all that because we did it at home. Okay, you know, we had to go to Riverdale, win a game there, and then we hosted the state championship. And for these kids to stay out there for 45 minutes to an hour with all of you, I thought was incredible. So again, congratulations. And the reward of winning our second state championship was a trip to MetLife Stadium. And you know, even today, I was at an all-county meeting, and they were like, you know, Coach, what's it like after you win the championship to go to MetLife? And the best way I can explain it is exactly what I just said. To me, it was a reward for the kids. You won a state championship. Now you have an opportunity to play this regional crossover game against, you know, the North 1 group champion. So to me, it was a reward. And you guys, like I said to you, on the field. You know, you played the #1 public school in the state, and we played them down to the, you know, down to the bone here, fellas. So again, congratulations on that. Those were just some of the things I told the kids on the field. But the most important thing I could have done at that time, you know, we had won the state championship, we won the conference championship, we won 9 games in a row, and now I got a bunch of guys who are sad because we lost our football game. We lost our last football game. And I tried to tell them, you know, put the music on the bus. You know, take in, we're sitting at the 50-yard line at MetLife, and I tried to get them to understand what they did. That, you know, the accomplishment of getting to MetLife Stadium, to really just grasp it, take it in, and realize what you guys have done for this town and this community and this program. And I couldn't be more proud to call myself the head football coach here at Parsippany Hills. So on behalf of me, my coaches, I would like to thank my team for everything you guys have done for me, my coaches, this town, this community. Great job. would like to thank, there are so many people involved in Mike. I thought you did a great job. You know, but I just want to say a few thank yous. From June on, you know, we asked these kids to come in really 4 nights a week. You know, we give them a week off for vacation. They're in there every day in the summer. So I want to thank the parents of my players for allowing them to put in the time that it takes to continue to keep this program where it's at. So fellas, let's give our parents a hand. And again, like Mike had said, the Booster Club, I want to thank you guys for everything you do for this team, this program, from snacks to dinners to bag lunches, to all the pictures that you guys take. Again, it's really just unbelievable, and like, you know, like I said, again, it's like a culture here, and it's just what we do. So again, I want to thank you guys, and a special thanks to our co-presidents, however that worked out, Mike Bubowitz and Mr. Comer for a great job. I know not everybody's here, but again, I want to thank Dr. Sargent and all the school administrators for all their support. The Board of Education, I know Frank Negley is here. Appreciate you coming, spending the night here, celebrating another championship. Mayor Soriano, I see you over there. I want to thank you, and also we were invited to the tree lighting ceremony, which was pretty cool for the guys who were around. So, Mayor Soriano, thank you for everything too. Can everybody hear me? We good? See, now it's good. Our new principal couldn't be here tonight. His wife, they had their 5th child. So, now our new principal, Dr. Guy Thompson, he's a sports guy, so it's a good thing to have somebody who understands the ins and outs. So again, I want to thank him. Another vice principal, Carly Stout. She isn't here, but again, she does a lot of good things for myself and the program. I want to say thank you to her. And a gentleman who is here, Vice Principal, Mr. Go Vikings, Chris Keegan. Where are you? So when I found out he was coming back, you know, I told him, I said, you know, I think you picked a great year to come back. And he has been such a support, and I'm so glad you got to experience this, Coach. So thank you, Mr. Keegan, for everything you do. Also, our athletic director, he couldn't be here tonight. You know, he wanted to. He's dealing with some family issues himself, but you all know Todd Ricker, what a great job he does. And for me, you know, he lets me vent, you know, win, lose, or draw. You know, I go in there every Monday, and he gives me the time. So I want to thank really everybody involved, from the principal all the way down to the vice principals, my athletic director. Again, I've said this for years. You know, we are only as good here at Parsippany Hills because of the Little Vikings organization. And I too would like to thank Kelly and Chris for everything that they do. You know, we use their field in the summer for 7-on-7. Anytime we need any other equipment, you know, we're able to use their stuff. So, you know, to me, our program starts at the Pee Wee level and works all the way up to when these guys are seniors in high school. And we're one big family. So again, thank you guys for everything you do with the Little Vikings. In case some of my players forget, I would like to thank the cheerleaders and the band for everything they do. There's really nothing better than, you know, when that game is over and the band is playing our alma mater and the cheerleaders and my players are over there. So again, girls, and I want to thank you guys for everything you do. I think it's outstanding. We clearly, and with the use of Huddle, a lot of you get to see the film, which 10, 15 years ago, nobody but we would see it. We have the best film guy in the state, we have the best music guy in the state, and one of my best friends, Chris Ramson, has come aboard and really has done an incredible I'm not just saying it. The head of the officials was actually my teacher when I was in high school, and he talks to me all the time about we're the model school. And a lot of it has to do with Chris and what we do with instant replay and the film. So, Chris, man, you're the best. Thank you, buddy. And again, the second most important woman, I should say, is our trainer. Because she would, here's how it would go. I would say, how bad is he? And she would say, when do you need him back by? And I would tell her, and then she would, okay, we can get that done. And Miss Bonita, what a great job. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you. She's really a friend. How long? 20 years right now we've been together? And to really my team, my coaches, who, listen, I asked these guys to put in insurmountable amount of time starting in June, and my coaching staff, and we have meetings, we'll start meetings in the winter, and I expect them to be there, and all I can give them is a slice of table pizza for their time. But I want to thank my coaches, first of all, my freshman coaches. Let me talk real quick about Coach Olson, who's been with me a very long time. And all I would tell him, my two captains are acting up over there. But all I would tell Dan Olson is, for the last 15 years or so, is I just don't want any phone calls or emails. So just, that's really your number one job, is I don't want any phone calls. Well, it changed this year since my son was one of his players now. And I was at as many games as I could, and it was a tough situation for Coach, but I thought he handled it well. I think I texted him more this year than I have in the last 15 years. Coach Olson, great job. For me, there's nothing better than when former players come back and they want to coach. For one, I think we've done a good job teaching these kids, but they also, more importantly, they know what I'm trying to get done as a coach. So, we were able to hire Stephen Hill this year full-time. So, Coach Hill, great job. He's not here right now, but I guess I'll just say Coach Luigi. We all know him. He came in and he made such a splash in such a short amount of time. And the biggest thing I can say about him is, he thanked me. He said, "You guys have given me more than I could ever give you." So I wish he was here tonight, but he's working. Coach Luigi. Now my staff, my varsity staff, the biggest thing as a head coach that you have to do is really in any organization is surround yourself with good people. And I know how blessed I've been really over the last 25 years, 20 being here, to have what I think is the best staff in the state of New Jersey. And you guys all come to the games. I don't put on a headset. I don't call an offensive play. I don't call a defensive play. I don't call a special team play. Those guys do that. And I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for everything you do. My varsity staff, gentlemen. And Danny Hardwick was a volunteer for me. He was a former player. He helped out this year. He did a great job, and you better get your finger sized there, pal. You deserve it. You've earned it. My special teams guy, he really does everything for me. Again, another former player of mine, which is so important, Carmine Verducci. Great job. Sorry to say, but it doesn't surprise me at all. Coach Henry is not here. Boo. I don't know if he's ever been here. Don't feel bad about it. But Coach Henry is my defensive coordinator. He did a great job too. My right-hand man for the last 20 years. He goes to all the Booster Club meetings. He does everything behind the scenes for me. He was once my defensive coordinator. He was once my offensive coordinator. And now he is my associate or assistant head coach because I lean on him for a lot of things, and what a job he does. And Coach, I love you to death, man. Ross. Really, the guy who's been with me the longest. He started with me in '95, Coach. Right? In '95, I got a head football job at a tiny little school in Bergen County. Called him up, or a friend of mine told me to call him up, and he's been with me ever since, 25 years. You guys see our offense, how explosive it is. A great friend, a great coach. I think he's one of the best coaches in the state, Brian Francis. And the last group of people I want to talk about are really the people that are most important to me. Jesus, Christmas Eve. My family. Jesus. You got to count this. Not supposed to. Because I'm in purse. All right. So, I got my daughter who's a sophomore. I got my son now who's a freshman playing for me. My little one is in 6th grade. And I, you know, for me personally, I feel like we need to win football games, you know, and I take that on because of the town, because of you guys, everybody in this room. I don't want to let anybody down. And that's just who I am. And I'm not saying that for any other reason, but that's just how I coach. I don't want to let anybody down because I know what it's like when we win football games around here. You know, it's a party. It's unbelievable. And then this year we had a little added pressure as the season's going on. Antonetta, who's a sophomore now, kept reminding me, Coach, I really want to cheer at MetLife. There's not enough pressure. I said, it's a little different than it was back in the day. Now we have to win a state championship to get to MetLife. Yeah, Dad, I really want to cheer at MetLife. So, Antonetta, thank you. I apologize that I cannot watch you cheer very often. I'm a little busy, but we got to MetLife, and I love you, babe. And then, you know, this year my son started playing freshman football, and Rob, I thought you did an outstanding job. And I got to as many games as I could, and you know, all you dads in here, when you miss your son's game, you feel bad. But I was at least able to watch some film with him. I don't know if he liked that so much, but I tried to just watch it instead of coach at that point. But little things that I'm going to remember, you know, we're walking into MetLife Stadium, and a bunch of the players are walking in, and I'm waiting, and one of my coaches was like, no, Coach, just walk in with them. So I walk in, and I look to my right, and there's my son. And, you know, Jesus. So for me, I'm walking down the hallway at MetLife, and my son is next to me with his buddies. So, Rob, I love you, man. Good job. Getting back to pressure, and I put it on myself. So now Gabby sees my wife's pendant, the state championship pendant, right? She wants one. Dad, I really want a pendant. I'm like, guys, we really got to win this thing. My daughter wants to go to MetLife. My daughter wants a pendant. Where is she? Where's Gabby? Gabby, you're going to get a pendant, babe, I promise. Monday I call her up, and I'm like, she's like, how are they? And it doesn't matter who we're playing, and I always say they're the greatest team ever, and she'll tell me, no, you guys are the greatest team, you're going to be fine. And then, you know, as the season's rolling along, you know, we're finally back on track, and now we're going into the playoffs, and it's Paramus, and I'm like, baby, you know, it's hard to beat a team twice. She's like, you guys are so good. And I'm like, yeah, but she's like, no buts. You're going to beat Paramus. Now we beat Paramus. I'm like, now we got to go to Riverdale. I'm like, babe, they're really good. She's like, you're going to beat Riverdale. So now we beat Riverdale. So now, how do you beat West Essex twice? She's like, you crushed West Essex. Now she's saying, Gabby wants a pendant. Antoinette wants to go to MetLife. We beat them 35-7, you better beat them again. And we did. So again, guys, and last thing I gotta say, and you know, I broke down up here. My wife cries, which a lot of people don't know. She can cry in a commercial. So there we are. We beat West Essex. We won our second state championship. My son's on the field, my daughter's on the field, Gabby and her friends are running down, my wife comes down and she is bawling. And I look at her and she's crying, I give her a hug, and you know, her whole family was on the side. So it's a family affair for us, and babe, I love you, I couldn't do it without you, you're the best. So thank you. So with that, congratulations to my team again. Let's have a wonderful night, and we are going to, Mayor Soriano is going to come up and say a few words, so thank you all.